Today we're going to be talking about submitting your documents using a Google form. Now, one thing that we want you to keep in mind for this entire project is that we do have some naming conventions in place for our documents, and those are listed here, and those can also be found on the Showcase website, which we'll be going to shortly. But you do want to make sure that you adhere to those naming conventions just so we can easily figure out whose content belongs to who. So what we're going to do now is go to my drive, and all of your documents, not your videos, but your documents should be saved up in your Google Drive account. And if you have some questions about that, you can access the video on the site about adding content into your drive. But for now, what we're going to do is I'm going to find my files. And what I've done is put those in a folder in my drive. And I have my files right here. Okay, so we're going to be talking about submitting your lesson plans and also any support materials and videos and things like that today. Okay, so you can see here we have two items that we're going to be submitting. Now, something that's really important is to make sure that you have set the sharing permissions for these files, because otherwise you're going to submit them and no one's going to be able to access those. So for each of those files, you're going to want to check the box next to them, and you're going to get the sharing button to appear. And I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to change the access of this. I'm going to click on where it says change, and right now it's specific people, it's private to me. You want to change it to either anyone with a link or public on the web. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select anyone with the link, and it says can view, which is what we want, and I'm going to say save. Fantastic. Alright, so I'm going to say done. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm also going to make sure that my video on YouTube has the same privacy settings set. So when you go to YouTube to access your videos, right next to the upload button, you're going to get a gear. We're going to go to the video manager. And I'm just going to use a video as an example here. So we'll just use this video. You can see when I go over to the lock that currently it's private. I'm going to click on that lock. That's going to open up my options. And I'm going to scroll down, and you can see here it says private. I want to change that to public or unlisted. I'm just going to make this public. Unlisted would be similar to anyone with a link. But I'm going to make that public, and make sure you save changes. I'm going to publish that. Okay, and then my video URL can also be found right here. Alright, so I have that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Ohio Teacher Showcase website, and you're going to see up at the top in the navigation an area that talks about submitting files. If you click on where it says submitting files, you'll access that page where it's going to give you all those naming conventions that we talked about earlier. But if your files are good to go, you've checked the sharing permissions on those, you can go up and hover over that, and this time we're submitting our lesson plan and video. So I'm going to select that, and I'm going to come in here, type my information. Alright, and now I need my lesson plan and video URLs. So I'm going to go into my drive again, and I'm going to click on my lesson plan. And when that opens up, I'm going to hit my share button. And you're going to see the link to share there. We want to copy that, and then we're going to go into this form and we're going to paste. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to go back to my drive, open up my support materials, same thing. Those support materials are optional. You can submit up to 4 of those. I'm going to scroll down to support materials and submit that. Okay, and then I need to get my link to my video, so I'm going to go back to YouTube. We made that public so we know everyone can access it. I'm going to copy that as well and paste that video. Okay, And then when we're done here, I'm going to hit submit. And you will get a message saying your form has been submitted. So we should get all of your documents that way. And again, the most important thing is to adhere to those naming conventions and also adjust your privacy settings. Okay? And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact your contact person at your area EdTech. Thank you.